everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Mila, you're at my book nook, and today we are doing the very late and probably long awaited quarter one reading wrap up. I was planning on doing just like quarterly reading wrap ups and talking about specifically the quarters, not like enveloping the quarters, not doing like for quarter two, not doing like one because I already have one, but just within quarter two how many books I read and all that stuff, because I don't read enough in a month on a regular basis to be able to do monthly reading wrap-ups. And also I am too lazy for monthly reading wrap-ups, and clearly also lazy for quarterly ones, because this one was supposed to be like posted in like April. Here we are, we're almost end of quarter three and I haven't even posted one and two. But anyways, so buckle up, we are doing a quarter one reading wrap up. So my initial goal was, and I also have an Instagram post of this, so I will link that down below if you want to just check out the Instagram post. I'm pretty proud of it, if I do say so myself. So out of 25 books, my goal of 25 books, I have read 8, which is 32%. Out of the classics that I've read 1 out of 2 classics, and we'll get on to the books that I read afterwards. And then for the out of comfort zone genres, I have read 3 romance books and 1 book that I'm going to count as literary fiction, even though it's more historical fiction, but like, you know, tomato. Average time to finish, according to StoryGraph, is 3 days, and I have 1 book that is less than 300 pages, 7 books that are 300 to 499 pages, and all of them are non-fiction. So all 8 books are non-fiction. I don't know why that says 33. Why does that say 33? Just realized that. Why does that say 33? Anyways, so in January I read 2 books. I read Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen, and I read Deathless by Catherynne and Valente. In February I read 5 books, which was crazy. I read... lower this a little bit? Oh no, it's a little more even. In February I read 5 books. So I read Yours Truly by Abby Jimenez, I read Ice Fields by Thomas Wharton, I think that is. I read Snowden by Catherynne Walsh, Blood Over Bright Haven by M.L.Wong, and Book Lovers by Emily Henry. And in March I read The Ornithologist Field Guide to Love. And at that point, when I was putting this up, I believe April 4th was when the book post went up, when the Bookstagram post went up, I was 51% through Count of Monte Cristo, and I was hoping to finish it in April. Did I even finish it in April? I don't remember if I finished it in April, but anyways, so there's that. So I read a good mix of books, so to speak. So here are the graphs. The graphs. So I read 4 books as digital and 4 as print. 1 book was by a man, and 7 of the books were by women. And then 3 I bought physically, and 5 were on my Kobo. All 8 were adult books, and then the genres according to StoryGraph. Now these are gonna not equal 8 because some of them have overlapping genres. So we have 3 fantasy, 3 contemporary, 2 literary, 1 classic, 5 romance, 3 historical, 3 literary. Obviously that overlaps. We have 3 series and 5 standalones, and an average rating of 4.88 stars with, I can't even tell what that is. With 1 4.5 stars, 2 4.75 stars, and 5 5 stars, which was great. And then here are all my quarter 2 hopefuls that I had. I realize there's no point in doing this, but who knows? Maybe some people will be interested in, you know, watching this video eventually. So a couple of the quarter 2 hopefuls I had was The Count of Monte Cristo, which I did end up finishing in quarter 2, which was great. Then we had Sunrise on the Reaping, ended up finishing it. Geographer's Map to Romance, I read that. Legendborn, I also read that. Les Trois Mousquetaires, The 3 Musketeers by Alexandre Dumas. I wanted this to be my French book of the year. I haven't started it yet. Skullduggery Pleasant. One of my coworkers really wants me to read this book, and I'm sorry, bro, I haven't. Then we have a Russian book, which is the Russian fairy tales through with all the woman archetypes, with all the female archetype, all the heroines essentially, and female characters, centering that. And then we have the Russian translation of the first Lord of the Rings book, Fellowship of the Ring. Then we have The Silmarillion. We have Jules Verne's Les Enfants du Capitaine Grant, which is In Search of the Castaways, which I do have an English version of. I haven't found a nice French version that I have liked, because all the French covers suck. Then we have The Griffin King by Sarah Omer. I had an arc of this, and then it got like archived like a month prior to the publishing date, and I have a copy, so we're all good. The Cleopatras, I've been wanting to get back into nonfiction and actually finish my nonfiction book, so I have that. The Wolf Girl, The Greeks and the Goths is another one that I did. It's literally like right behind me. I really enjoyed this one. And I have a review for it. I did this on audiobook, which was great. Then we have Night Watch by Terry Pratchett. I am so intimidated by Terry Pratchett's writing, and something about I could not get into his book. So I'm hoping that by the end of the year I'll have read at least Night Watch and, you know, that kind of thing. And we have a new edition of The Odyssey. This is the translation by, I believe it's David Mendelsohn, and the University of Chicago Press kindly sent this to me. I requested it, but they also sent this to me, which was very kind of them. And that is it for the Q1 reading wrap up. I hope you enjoyed. I know this is really late, like it's September, we're closing up Q3, and it's like, what the hell? We're closing up 2025 and I'm just doing the first quarter reading wrap up. Like, that's ridiculous. I know, I'm sorry, but life got in the way. So anyways, hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, I would love to have you here to stay. You know, we have a fun time. It's a fun time, even though I don't post very often. If you do want to see more active content, I am more active on my Bookstagram, and I would implore you to also subscribe to my Substack. And yeah, just follow me on all the socials. That will be linked down below. And if you like it here, I have many more videos for you to binge, I guess. And please subscribe, and I would love you from like the bottom of my heart, you know, with all my love. So anyways, happy reading, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!